One of our favorite places to travel to is Eastern Canada. So today, just finished packing up the van and we're going to head to P.E.I. From Toronto, it's approximately 1,800 kilometers. So that's be just over 18 hours. So hopefully you'll stick around and join us in this journey. This is the route that we're going to take. Our plan is to stop for the night somewhere near Quebec City. One thing convenient when you travel on the 401 is the en routes. Pit stops where you can use the washrooms, grab a coffee, stretch the legs, back on the highway. So we're about an hour outside of Montreal, just off the 401. We had to stop for some poutine. If you're going anywhere near Quebec, make that a must. Put that on your bucket list. One thing you want to keep in mind if you're making this trip, the 401, we all know what that's like around Toronto, is the same thing in Montreal, except it's now called Highway 20. So what you want to make sure you do is take the 30 bypass, and that goes around Montreal. It's very important if you're traveling out here, especially if you're towing a motorhome or you're driving a big rig. You know, stay away from downtown Montreal and just follow 30. It goes right around it. It's perfect. So I thought I'd do a little end of the day summary. We found a spot in Levi's, Quebec, and we traveled just over 870 kilometers to here. And overall it was okay to drive. Like I said, if you use Highway 30, it bypasses the congestion of Highway 20 going through Montreal, so that saves quite a bit of time. There's a couple of rest areas on the way. I was kind of surprised to see that 2 of them were closed, but there's lots of exits, there's lots of gas stations, there's Tim Hortons. So, but all in all, it was a good drive. Tomorrow we plan on doing 8 hours and 45 minutes, and that will take us right into P.E.I. So that's it for today. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, day 2 on our trip to Prince Edward Island. We're trying something different this time. Normally, as I've explained many times, we use iOverlander to find the perfect spots at night. There's really no need to pay for hotels or, just find a nice spot, spend the night, move on in the morning. But we got the opportunity to try a service called Harvest Host. And this is our first time using that service. So I'm going to do a little comparison with iOverlander. And so far, it's there's really no comparison. Harvest Host is individuals. A lot of them are store owners, wineries. Tonight we stayed in, or last night we stayed in like a metal building, some kind of business behind it. So what happens is you find them online on the Harvest Host app, and you send them a message. There's a calendar on there. It shows you what's available, how many parking spots there are, and then you send them a message, and they check out your profile, and then they either approve you or reject you. But what I found was there's not that many around, and when you do find one and you look at the availability, there's none. June, July, booked solid. So travelers like us who really don't know our destination from day to day, it's not the way to go. With iOverlander, wherever you are, doesn't matter what town you're in, you look up on the app and you find the spots. There's no checking with the owner or anything like that. So Harvest Host might be okay if you really plan out your vacation and you plan it before you leave. You say, okay, on June 15th, I'm going to be at this location at this time. Then you can book it with Harvest Host. But traveling from day to day and with no real schedule, iOverlander is definitely the way to go. Anyway, we're going to finish up this coffee, hit back on Highway 20, which is the main highway going through Quebec, and hopefully today we get, if not to Prince Edward Island, definitely deep into New Brunswick. So, first stop this morning, Rivière du Loup. Top up some fuel. We'll be tracking our fuel, so at the end of the video, we'll let you know the exact cost from Toronto to Prince Edward Island. It's a nice drive. Right along Highway 20 this morning. Traffic was pretty light. Lots of spots to stop and get fuel, get coffee. And Rivière du Loup is exactly where we'll be turning, start heading south, down into New Brunswick. Just stopped for some lunch in Woodstock, New Brunswick, and the drive along Highway 2 from Rivière du Loup. Beautiful, beautiful scenic drive, relaxing. It's been about, we've been on that highway 3.5 hours. I don't think I touched my brakes once. Just beautiful. So gonna finish up lunch, fueled up on some more coffee, back on the highway. So that's the end of day 2. Quick little summary. We went about 720 kilometers, and we're only about an hour and 20 minutes from P.E.I. But we decided to stop in Moncton, New Brunswick, because in Moncton there's a casino, and for those that don't know, you can stay for free in an RV at most casinos. So that's pretty handy. And in this particular one, you need a parking pass, and you have to become a member. So a little bit of a side note, we went in, we joined just so we could get our membership and our parking pass for the night. And I thought, let's just spend a few dollars to see what happens. First machine I sat at, one spin, $409. Couldn't get me out of there quick enough. So that'll put some fuel in the tank, and maybe even go for breakfast in the morning. Good morning. One last stop, small town called P.E.I, about an hour from P.E.I. Found a Tim Hortons. Next stop, P.E.I. This is a perfect spot to have a free shower. So if you're in P.E.I, check out Chelton Beach Provincial Park. It's perfect. Okay, we made it to P.E.I, and I thought I'd give you a little breakdown of the cost and the travel to get here before we actually start exploring. So it was actually 1,750 kilometers to get here from the city of Toronto. It was $310 worth of fuel, and it took us around 21 hours to get to actually do the drive. Because by the time you stop, eat, rest, get coffee, you know, that time adds up. So overall, it's a really nice drive, especially when you get past Rivière du Loup. That road down Highway 2 down through Moncton is just beautiful. It's so relaxing. So if you're planning on doing this trip with a motorhome, make sure you take the Highway 30 bypass. It'll save you so much time. So that's that. Let's get to exploring. Good morning. Well, we spent the night here at Cape Egmont Lighthouse. It's a perfect night. A little bit windy, but that's fine. A little chilly this morning. Gonna finish up our coffee and then head out and see what we can find. Just stopped in Alberton, P.E.I. Found a bakery, got some homemade tea biscuits, and I think we're gonna head somewhere for dinner. I think tonight's menu is fish and chips. Well, we found a nice quiet spot to spend the night near Alberton, P.E.I. We'll stay here and then coffee in the morning, back to exploring. Good morning. Nice quiet night. There's so many tucked away spots you'll find in P.E.I. Quiet spots off the beaten path. If you're in a van or an RV, you have no problem finding a spot to spend the night. When we went to bed, we were the only ones here. Then around 5 o'clock, a couple noises outside. Heard a couple people talking. Funny. Woke up to this. This is the fishing hole. There's, I think I counted 42 trucks, trailers on them. Never have known that at 10 o'clock last night. Completely empty parking lot. But again, the people here are so friendly. One thing I noticed, just even though this is a spot to park, go fishing, there's no garbage on the ground. There's nobody dumping garbage. It's just, it's clean, it's organized. Really, really impressive. So today, I'm gonna cook a little breakfast, and then I think we're gonna head to the east side of the island. Should be a good day. just stopped for dinner. If you're ever near East Point, P.E.I, make sure you stop at the Golden Dory. Delicious burgers, delicious fish and chips. We'll definitely be back to this place. This is the lighthouse at East Point, P.E.I. This is the furthest point you can go. So we've been to West Point, which is the furthest west, and now East Point. One end of the province to the other. Now we just have to find a spot. I'm going to look on iOverlander and see what's available. Good morning. Well, we spent the night in a small town called Scenic. I'm going to leave a little picture on the map. This is a perfect spot. Anybody traveling in a van or a motorhome. Nice quiet night, and to my surprise, washrooms and hot showers free. So take advantage of that. Again, I'll mark that spot on the map. Anybody traveling through, there you go. Free showers. just a quick stop for breakfast. And now we're going to head to Woods Island. And that's where you would catch the ferry from P.E.I. to Nova Scotia. So let's go take a look. So once you're on P.E.I., the island, there's two ways of leaving. You can either take the Confederation Bridge, which is the way we came here, or you can take the ferry. And the ferry actually goes to Nova Scotia. So if you're on vacation for a little while and you're looking to do Newfoundland or Nova Scotia from P.E.I., that's a perfect option. And to get the van across to Nova Scotia, it costs about $120. We won't be doing that on this trip. We're actually going to go back home, going across the Confederation Bridge. Well, that ends our time in P.E.I. If you're looking to experience down east friendliness and hospitality, I highly suggest you visit P.E.I. Go to the small towns, feel the charm and personality here. You're really going to miss this place. But join us next time. You never know where we're going to end up.